What a great morning. It's so good to be with you, church. My name is Minsu Choi. This is the Inevitable Church vlog, and this is episode 5. It's October 19th. It's a brisk morning here in Oregon. The sun is quickly rising to my right, and it's just a timely and wonderful morning to devote to the Lord. I was just spending some time thinking about what I wanted to talk about this morning. I'm inspired to talk about how we can move as a church from seeing technology as just a temptation to be consumeristic, to be consumer-centric, and how we can move from there to being conduits of creativity and storytelling for the gospel of Jesus. And throughout my journey in learning how to do this, how to create content, how to make beautiful videos, thoughtful videos, I've learned that there is this intersection between faith, between tech, and the process of diving into it and learning how to master it so it doesn't master us. What consumerism does to a faith-minded person is that it distorts and obscures God's purpose for our lives. When we become people of the belly and think only of how we can gain, then we become selfish, then we become passive. We become kind of disconnected from our prime directive, the Great Commission, you know? But when I think about technology and faith and think of it in terms of creativity, then there is a greater resiliency to idolatry, to distortion, to living out our lives through our stomach and through our eyesight and through our senses. And I think that is the epiphany, the aha moment that I've had with creativity. Throughout the creative process, I've learned how to grow tangibly in resiliency, because throughout the creative process, there's going to be moments of failure. There's going to be moments of setback. There's going to be moments of disappointment. And that is a real, regular thing that you experience when you are putting yourself out there, when you are showing and sharing the things that you pour your heart into. It's a very vulnerable place. And I've also learned that it purifies your motivation. The creative process weirdly clarifies what you like and what you don't like, which is different than how a lot of people think about creativity. A lot of people think about, oh, I can be creative about things that I identify that I really love. So the identifying of what you love first comes, then creativity comes. And that's just not the case. Sometimes we have to risk spending time. It could be seen as wasting time. It could be seen as a regrettable endeavor. But what the creative process ultimately does is refine what you like, because it gives you a taste of those things. And then the last thing is patience. Patience in the midst of uncertainty, patience in the midst of pain, patience in the midst of just our shortcomings. I think it is so important that as followers of Jesus, we continue to cultivate what it means to wait on the Lord, to recognize the necessity of patience, right? Where all we can really do is take one step at a time, take one day at a time. And just like all the worthy and good things in life, there are no shortcuts. Everything takes time. Everything has a process. And the creative process reminds us of how little we have control over. And I think that is such an important lesson. And now, are you seeing these three things, these three traits of an individual: resiliency, purity of motives, patience. Do you see how this is now converging onto what it really means to integrate the gospel, the grace that we have in Christ? This is what I've been thinking about a lot. This is the intersectionality between technology, faith, and the culture that we live in. So this is what I've been thinking about this morning. It's sort of a devotional to myself as I continue to learn and understand how to live out my faith uh, on camera, through digital mediums, through social media, throughout my life, and realize that there's an interplay between uh, my my thoughts, my desires, and what I'm putting on camera, and how it affects my life, my family, my work. It is utterly transformative and at times rigorous and at times frustrating. And I think all of those emotions and feelings are ultimately soothing and and beautiful to the soul. And that is why I want to preach this message. That's why I want to share with you what I'm learning and what I'm experiencing in real time, because I think that there is something there where the Spirit is working throughout this age, through data, through the zeros and ones that we are transmitting through the internet. We live in a world that has a digital and virtual dimension now, and God still reigns on the throne. And so, what does that mean for us as uh, as the church that is responsible for catapulting the gospel into the future? So that's all I really wanted to talk about this morning. I hope that you are well, hope that you are safe, and I will see you in the next vlog.